Things have slowed down for crypto this week. Bitcoin and Ethereum tested some key levels before settling lower, and worries over inflation and higher interest rates ahead are keeping investors on their toes. The world's largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, struggled to stay above the psychologically important $30,000 mark this week. BTC is trading at $28,200 levels Friday morning in Asia and is down more than 8% in the last 7 days. In a CNBC report, Joel Kruger of LMAX Group said, "The pullback we are seeing is more a function of an overdue correction and possible profit taking on broader risk of flow in global markets." Looking at the bigger picture, Katie Chung of BitExchange told Forkast, BTC's price movements this week shows the bullish momentum of the first quarter has run out.
Just looking at price action, it looks quite weak. But if you look at technicals, again, that little peak at 31K last week, coupled with the bearish engulfing candle, all these factors combined, it doesn't make for good reading for the bulls. So in the short term at least, I do feel that the bullish momentum of Q1 has run out.
Chung said another factor to be aware of is the Bitcoin halving. That's when the reward for mining Bitcoin transactions is cut in half.
Basically, with the projected next halving date of April 2024, that means we should have bottomed out around end of Q4 last year or the start of Q1 this year. And that is indeed what we've seen play out, right? Where we are now about 60 or 70% higher than the 15 to 17K zone we were stuck in for the 2 months immediately after FTX.
Ethereum is also suffering the same fate. The token failed to hold on to the $2,000 price level and was trading around $1,950 mark early morning Hong Kong as the queue to withdraw staked ETH just keeps getting longer. ETH was also trading at the lowest point in the last 7 days, having lost over 7%. The token's repricing is being attributed to the recent concerns about inflation and higher interest rates ahead.
Going forward, I think ETH will be subject to the same macro factors that Bitcoin is. But I think what's interesting though is to look at ETH BTC instead of looking at ETH against the USD. Because if you look at the daily chart, the pair tends to trend rather well in a 1 week to a 10-day period.
The crypto market is still recovering from what many analysts say was a forgetful 2022. It all began in May of last year as Terra imploded. It blew up billions of dollars in investor wealth and had a cascading effect on the crypto ecosystem, taking down platforms, custodians, and many others. Last month, the man behind the two tokens, Kwon, was arrested in Montenegro. Forkast Danny Park takes a closer look at how the Terra creator went from being a poster boy of the crypto world to a fugitive.
Kwon Do-hyung, more popularly known as Kwon, was widely touted as a young leader in digital finance. That was till the stablecoin Terra and Luna, two cryptocurrency tokens he created, imploded in May 2022. 4 years before that fateful day, Kwon and fellow South Korean entrepreneur Daniel Shin had founded Terraform Labs in Seoul. In April of the following year, the company released Terra USD, also known as the UST stablecoin, and its sister cryptocurrency Luna. By late 2020, Terraform Labs was ready to join the League of Finance bigwigs and moved its headquarters from South Korea to Singapore. As Terra continued its upward march, its market capitalization hit a peak of almost $55 billion by April of 2022. The company provided various decentralized finance services on the Terra blockchain, most notably the Anchor protocol. And in its heyday, Anchor once promised Terra USD stakers 19.5% annual percentage yield, attracting over 226,000 depositors in that year. And just a month later, Terra Luna's infamous death spiral kicked off. May 7th, 2022, that was the day more than $2 billion worth of Terra stablecoin was taken off the Anchor protocol DeFi service, and hundreds of millions were quickly liquidated. This caused the stablecoin to lose its peg, sparking more people to sell off their UST, massively increasing the supply of its collateral token, Luna. From the peak of $116 on May 4th, the value of Luna cryptocurrency fell to nearly zero in around 10 days. Hundreds of thousands of global investors were caught up in the crash that wiped out at least $40 billion of their wealth. Many claim to have lost their life savings, and some even took their own lives. The collapse also sent shockwaves through the crypto industry worldwide. Crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital, brokerage firm Voyager Digital, and crypto lender Celsius all filed for bankruptcy after being hit by a domino effect triggered by the Terra Luna failure. 2 weeks after the crash, South Korean investors filed a lawsuit against Kwon and Shin for fraud charges represented by a local law firm, LKB and Partners. On May 28th, Kwon and Terraform launched Terra 2.0 in an attempt to revamp the collapsed project and reputation. But this attempt turned out to be a lost cause, as 4 months later, in September, prosecutors in Seoul issued an arrest warrant for Kwon and 5 other affiliates of Terraform on charges of fraud and violation of the country's Capital Markets Act. And less than 2 weeks after that, it was Interpol's turn to issue a red notice for Kwon. So began the worldwide chase to pin Kwon. In response, Kwon tweeted, "I am not on the run or anything similar. For any government agency that has shown interest to communicate, we are in full cooperation and we don't have anything to hide." In the following months, he even appeared on podcasts where he claimed Terra Luna was not a Ponzi scheme and commented on the dire situation of FTX exchange and leader Sam Bankman-Fried at the time. Later, South Korean prosecutors confirmed with Forkast that Kwon flew to Dubai in October and he was in Serbia by December. Forkast subsequently learned that Kwon had registered a residential address in the European country. And then the US Securities and Exchange Commission stepped in, charging Terraform and Kwon with various counts of fraud in February. Singapore police also began investigations on Terraform Labs a month later. The chase ended on March 23rd in Montenegro, where Kwon was arrested in Podgorica Airport with Han Chang-jun, Terra's chief financial officer. The two were allegedly attempting to travel with forged documents. And yesterday, just days before Kwon's detention period expires on April 26th, Montenegrin prosecutors filed the charges against Kwon for traveling on false documents, according to local media reports. If convicted, Kwon is looking at a jail term of 3 months to 5 years under local laws. Kwon is a wanted man in both South Korea as well as the US, and no one yet knows which jurisdiction he would be handed over to, after Montenegro Justice Minister Marko Kovacs said Washington requested the extradition of the South Korean national before Seoul. However, if Kwon opts to appeal his charges in Montenegro, his extradition to the US or South Korea may be even more delayed. In Seoul, South Korea, I'm Danny Park, Forkast.
Europe's made it first to the finish line of landmark crypto regulations. Markets in Crypto Assets or MICA regulation got the green light from European Union lawmakers overnight. The comprehensive crypto laws are expected to come into effect from July this year. MICA will require any firm that wants to offer crypto-related services in the European Union to get a license in any one of the member countries. The firms would then be able to operate through any of the EU member countries. Rumor mills and buzzing new tokens are keeping things moving in NFTs. A popular Nakamigos influencer dumped a majority of his holdings, driving down the floor price of the collection, prompting a lot of Twitter backlash. And ETH gas prices have jumped significantly in the last 24 hours, with some attributing to frantic trading activity in a new meme coin Pepe. The souring sentiment can be seen on Forkast NFT indexes. Forkast 500 index and the ETH composite are both seeing hefty cuts in the last 24 hours. The biggest loser for the week though is the Solana NFT composite, which cracked over 6.5%. Alright, that's it from us. Like and subscribe to this video for more content like it. Let us know your thoughts on what's happening in the comments below.